Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. Please, I beg you, a good daily today. Maybe yesterday's was good and I just screwed it up. But a good one today would go a long way. So we're Lazarus, and we're going all the way to Mega Satan. I got no problems there. A Mega Satan daily is my ideal daily. You know why? You just go. You know, there's... Okay, fine. You know, I'll come back for you later. You hit me? After all the rodeo we went through down there, and the rigmarole, it's you who hit me in the end. But yeah, I like a Mega Satan daily, because there's no, there's very little random chance. I am going to take this pill, because there's another pill out there anyway. I'd rather know. Now, I'm not going to take that. The speed down pill, obviously devastating, by the way. I don't believe we get a speed upgrade when we become cool, Lazarus. But I hope that that's the case. First floor, I'm not going to sweat the damage penalty too much, because I'm going to probably take damage anyway. Pardon me, right into the microphone. In the interest of getting that cool Lazarus respawn. You might say, why is he cool, Lazarus? Because he came back from the friggin' dead? Is that not cool enough for you? I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was talking to Arthur Fonzarelli, the king of cool. Well, that's another speed down. For now, I'm going to continue exploring here, because we got no reason not to. We'll see what we get. If we get a spirit heart... Sorry, I'm just moving the mic a little closer for some ASMR, and also because my voice is tired, because my weak, middle-aged immune system was overrun by whatever germs my nieces gave me when we played tag last week. I tweeted this, but the good news is it's just a puny cold that they infected me with to try to slow me down when we play tag on Christmas. Incredible. And it will not work. I will not be defeated. The good news is, once I get over this cold, I should be good to go until at least the end of December. I swear this year, I've actually gotten sick like 6 times. I mean, I say it every time. This isn't a sick arc. We're already on the denouement, if you will. But, sorry for the smugness. I've been watching a lot of Jeopardy. One moment, please. But, I used to be perfect attendance, man. Now I'm like, you know what? It was a combination. It's sleep, dude. Like... When I was young, you know, stay out all night, sleep 4 hours, wake up the next day. I'm tired, but no lasting effects. When we drove down for Thanksgiving last weekend, we drove back at like 11 p.m., and I was super exhausted. I'm telling you. Please, spiders. I'm losing my confidence. Thank you. Spiders! Oh my god, we're safe. I mean, we want to die anyway. Even still, I think we want to die. And then take the pill. All right. Try not to step on the spikes. My sickness gets triggered so obviously. And now I know what to do about it, I hope. Anytime my brain is like, you need to sleep now, I just need to accept it. I need to stop playing the young man's gambit of like, I can push it another couple of hours. That's always the problem. Late night at TwitchCon, got sick. Late night at PAX West, got sick. Late night at my parents' house. I know that sounds like the title of the worst rap album ever. Got sick. Slept like a baby in Iceland? No sickness. You can do the math for yourself. I'll call it, dude. This is a dangerous run. Probably not everybody is going to be as aggressive as I am in just choosing to become cool Lazarus right off the bat. But if you did, times are tough. And normally that room would not be a concern. But this ain't your normal situation. Yeah, we'll just go for this. I really want some bombs. And dude, I have been immediately blessed This is potentially an incredibly good setup for us. Oh, my word. Okay. Please hit that bomb. It worked. Do I care about golden key? Yes, because I will go to the shop, and it will give me exploration bonus. Okay. Okay, now we're cooking. Now, literally everybody on this run is going to be in, like, the exact same boat, but simultaneously, so am I. So we have another tinted rock. Pop this down. One more spirit heart. I'll level with you. I'm going to immediately sack that spirit heart to get into our curse room. The secret room cannot be adjacent. All I wanted was the exploration bonus, or all I expected was the exploration bonus. The fact that you gave me the HP back, also very nice. Thank you very much. Now, I do think there's extreme secret room potential, but let's cool it for a minute. I think most likely would be here. Okay. If not there, it's probably on the left side of the shop. But we can afford to slow down just a little. Oh, this is definitely a second secret room, so we should have waited one more room. Could have sorted that out. How's this run going? I'll let you know after the deal with the devil. As of right now, I see no reason to believe that we're in a dangerous position, but could change after the deal with the devil. We probably, like, if you want to get super inside baseball, maybe it's not the best idea to take an Eternal Heart just in case we get Whore of Babylon, but I'm going to do it anyway, because... What? Okay, well, we will leave then. Or, you know what? I'll give you a bomb. Alright, fair enough. I don't know, maybe you just can't bomb your way out of the shop to get to it. I wanted to go for that just because I thought it was greater odds than me trying to eyeball the position to place the bomb on a large room, but... I am dumb, is the thing. It's very important to remember. I would really, really like to do Boss Rush today. We haven't had a string of dailies in which we've been able to do Boss Rush for a while now. But, you know, I should actually, all things considered, I'm not proud of my rank on yesterday's daily, but I am proud of the fact that we, like, won when it was looking so highly bewitched. Sure. I appreciate this. Oh, never mind. I hate it. And, yo, so we only have 1 HP. We did not get hit there. We just lost the... Yeah. So I'm not willing, even though I think we might have a chance, I'm not willing to grab that. I'm just happy to have piercing shots, and it's like the best piercing shots. We wouldn't have died... Yes, we would... I don't know. Our Eternal Heart is the difference maker right now. I think we would have died. Even if we hadn't stepped in the spikes, I think we would have died. So I think we made the right decision. If you lost because of that, my condolences. You know? Curse of the Unknown... Always a bit touchy. I don't like to be the guy who plays conservatively, but, you know, it's hard to argue it's the right or wrong decision when you're alive, and if you hadn't done it that way, you would be dead. I guess, actually, I'm willing to admit, you know, my own wrongness. In fact, I think I over-admit my wrongness, to be fair. You know, I'm deferential. When people are like, you did this thing wrong, I don't always ask for evidence. Most of the time, I'm just like, you know what? If you're passionate enough to tweet me about it, you're probably right. This time, I can recognize... That hurt. I can recognize my own mistake. What was my own mistake? If we had waited to become Cool Lazarus, we probably could have taken both of those items. Oh, well. Well, yeah. Yeah, we could have. Because we would have had to keep our HP in mind, but we would have just taken the cheaper item first instead of the more expensive item first. And then we would have gotten the more expensive item for half price. Yeah, probably. Anyway, how am I doing? Dude, I'm doing well. Yesterday, in spite of my illness, which is very minor, I'm doing pretty solidly, to be honest with you. Yesterday was a productive day. Technically, it's supposed to be my day off, but I got some obligations this week, so I worked a little bit. The videos went relatively well, except for that cursed daily. I was inspired, if I may admit, by the fact that I did well on my programming final. Why did we get... Oh, I guess 1 rune just for luck. But I was inspired, so I uninstalled Eclipse and then started... you know, this is not me bragging about being a nerd. This is just me coming up with an anecdote, okay? So if you watch Jeopardy, you can play along at home. And the most common way to play along at home is something called you basically just answer the questions that you think you know. If you get a question right, you get the dollar value on the board. If you get the question wrong, you lose the dollar value on the board. If you don't answer at all, then it's inert. You neither gain nor lose. It's dare I suggest, at the risk of being the nerdiest person of all time, but hey, I'm in my 30s now. I don't have to apologize for it anymore. Or maybe I never did. Range down, really? It's a scorekeeping formula called the Coriat score, named for somebody who was on the show. So I was like, I've been watching so much Jeopardy. What would be a cool thing to build is a Coriat graphical interface tracker. So I simulated the Jeopardy board, and then if you get a question right, you click on it and it adds to your score. If you get a question wrong, you double click on it and it takes away from your score. And it works. I knocked that out in an hour and a half, and it felt great. Then Kate had a concert, so I went to the concert and it was good. I ate some delicious Vietnamese noodle soup. That's right, pho or pho, depending on your preference. I have to admit. Wow, these troll bombs, dude. I have to admit, previously, I've been in the pho camp. I've called it pho. I recognize that in the Vietnamese language, it's not called pho. It's called pho. But we're not speaking Vietnamese. My analogy is always, hey, well, it's called Paris in French, but if you say that in English, you look like a smug son of a gun. So, where am I going with this? Hold on. Previously, I've said faux, because the way that it looks in the English language is like it should be said faux. And if we're going to pick and choose what words we're going to use localized pronunciations for, then I'm going to, I'm going to use the one that seems most appropriate, because I'm going to use the one that doesn't reflect on me as being actually it's pho. But I was talking to Kate last night, and she was politely nodding along, despite probably being uninterested by this tirade that I was on. I do want that. Right away, please. It's also good. Start here, and then take that. A little scary, but also extremely great. I was like, I think the tide has turned. I don't think we're in faux territory anymore. I think we actually are in pho territory. I'm not the Merriam-Webster's dictionary of pronunciation, but I'm going to call it, okay? Well, this is very dangerous. I'm going to call it. I think we're in a pho universe now. I tried to fight it for as long as possible, and, I don't care either way. I just want to pronounce it in the way that's most appropriate, right? Oh, thank you. But I have to say, I do think the tide has turned. We're living in a pho world, and I'm a pho girl. Please. The luck down, I always assume that luck does affect Maw of the Void. So the luck down here has me extremely tilted. Like a biome in Fortnite. He called it a biome. Do you guys see that there's Fortnite Monopoly now? Guess where I heard about that incredibly cursed relic? That's right, an advertisement on the radio while I was driving yesterday. It was like, come into Toys R Us, which still exists up here. We got, the hottest gifts for the Fortnite fan, including Fortnite Monopoly. And I said, well, dare I say, at the risk of annoying some Monopoly heads out there, one of the rare cases where the video game is better than the board game. I know it's hip, it's cool to hate on Fortnite. I like Fortnite decently. I haven't played it in 8 months. I understand why you would hate it, It's kind of like One Direction. Brittle bones. Maybe, you hate them a little bit because they're so popular, right? Fortnite's so popular. It's played by people you don't like. As a result, it's bad. But as an adult, free of worrying about what the bullies at school are playing, I think Fortnite's fine. Monopoly, on the other hand, I think is the most overrated board game ever made. I would greatly prefer to never play it again, given the opportunity. I don't know. This is a weird one. We probably want Sack of Sacks, but I didn't want to spend too much time thinking about it because we're mildly behind schedule. This run is popping right now, by the way. Still popping. Still popping. Don't freak out. Okay, Blank Rune? It's Parathrow. Huge. I was going to use Black Rune, but, this is still good. I do want to explore. Let's take sack of sacks real quick. I do want to explore, but I don't think we have the time to do so, while simultaneously also having a good chance to make it to boss rush. So thank God for Maw of the Void. It's brought us back. That and unlimited bone hearts. I'm willing to look for a secret room. And I'm willing to do this room, just because it's close. All the other rooms, hey, I'm sorry, but we got to draw a line somewhere, okay? Probably not even a second secret room. Second secret room? Not even a second secret room. That's okay. All right, let's get the heck out of here. We're way on time for boss rush, feeling pretty good. I don't mean to hate on Monopoly, by the way. If you got fond memories of playing Monopoly with... I mean, me too. I was always the train. And I know, as I've gotten older, I've realized that people are like, there is no train in Monopoly. All I can tell you, go look for, like, the collector's edition that came out in maybe, like, 1997, 1998. I'm assuming it's on some anniversary of Monopoly. I promise you, there is. It might not be one of the canonical pieces, but it was one of the pieces in my game set. If the train is not available, okay, fine. I will accept the car. I'm not a top hat, dog, thimble sort of guy. I got very fond memories of playing it. But in the end, you know... Oh, God, I gotta sneeze. Oh. Oh, my word. Give me a moment, please. You know, a sneeze is gross, but once you get it out there, like you're getting all that nasty stuff out of your sinus cavities, I feel better. I also felt like it took something out of my lung, but in like a good way. My lungs are like, there's an aching longing where the virus used to be located. Well, we're doing really well with our Yara positioning right now. Continuing to use it to double up on black runes, which we have not used at all on this run yet, but it's a thought that counts. You're going to give me money when I do this, and that's going to make me very upset. I'm willing to do this. What? Where did my coins go? I wanted to pick them up, not just to pick them up, but because I thought we might get a luck upgrade and have a cascading effect on Maw of the Void. Anyway, I didn't finish my train of thought on why I dislike the most beloved board game of all time. It's very simple. In Monopoly, you only make a decision, like, now and then. You roll, you land on something, you're like, am I going to buy it or am I not going to buy it? Most of the time, I don't know, maybe there's high-level Monopoly strategy I'm unaware of. Most of the games I won were when I was an age where probably my parents were letting me win most of the time. But it's like, do I have enough money for this? Yes, no. If yes, buy. If close, you know, evaluate. Otherwise, no. And then it's like, you know, do I have enough money to pay this person for landing on their property? If yes, pay them. If not, mortgage properties. If all your properties are mortgaged, flip the table, right? So if you like Monopoly, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just amazed. There's all, like, who keeps buying Monopoly to the point that, you know, Hasbro's able to release, or Parker Brothers, I don't know. They're able to release so many Monopolies. Oh, baby. It's like, that's Fortnite Monopoly. There's no way that didn't come out this year. Fortnite was just a, well, I mean, it was popular last year, but not popular enough to get the wheels in motion to get Monopoly out there. I think. You know what? Sure, give me Hive Mind. We got to make quick decisions here is the thing. Because we're not behind schedule, but closing in on being behind schedule. Anyway, where was I going with this? I'm just saying, that Monopoly must have come out this year. Or maybe late last year. There's also, I saw it at the board game store, and I wanted to die. It's called Millennial Monopoly, which is just like a slap in the face. It's like, hey, you already can't afford property. Do you want to simulate affording property? Simultaneously making our corporation, you know, that much richer? Well, we traded a speed upgrade for a range upgrade. Feel really good about that. Either way, how many versions of Monopoly do you release on a yearly basis? There's a Vancouver Monopoly as well. Or maybe it's a Canada Monopoly. I don't know. literally is like DLC. It's a palette swap. But you know what? I guess I understand where they're coming from, because these all make the easiest Christmas gifts of all time. Is there a safer Christmas gift than, like, hey, it's Monopoly, but related to one of your interests? Like, even if my parents got me, like, they're like, hey, it's Millennial Monopoly, I would be like, I wouldn't say offended. I'd be like, oh, thank you. But I also, you know, I'd put it on the shelf, and I'd be like, hey, I mean, I guess if people come over and they, like, don't want to play even Catan, we could at least play Monopoly, right? That'll be fun for 45 minutes. I'm just surprised how many people, I don't know if I'm surprised how many people play it. I don't know if that many people do play Monopoly. They keep coming out with it. It's like a race against time. Oh, I gotta sneeze again. We also are real time crunchy here. Sorry to do this, Bumbo. You're a good item, but I prefer the stats. We're getting into a little bit of a time crunch for Boss Rush. I think we're still gonna make it, but we cut it real close like. So, enemies that jump can eat my butt. Takes slightly too long to kill. We already have Black Rune. We're just kind of trying to keep it moving here. We only have a minute now, so I'm being real aggressive. Okay, we're gonna make it. I'm very sorry, Demon Judgment. It's just not possible. We're in a very, very good position to do Boss Rush, by the way. Especially if we luck out, get a deal with the devil here. No deal. Negative. What do we get? Not worth it. Okay, so now we're starting to cook. Jesse. We have an enemy. Oh, we can see him. So the way I think we should do this, I mean, it's the most obvious thing in the world. Our score is going to be pretty decent, by the way. I think we're set up for a decent situation here. The way that we should do this as of right now, we at least have a card worth using a couple times, which is awesome. But we're just not going to get hit, or we're going to try and endeavor to get hit as little as possible. We want a better rune for this fight. Black Rune is just not useful on the fight, but that's okay. Just don't want to get too close. But we'll get to 99 keys first, or at least a reasonable approximation thereof. This is a lucky drop, to be honest. Very good for consumables. And actually, blank card is like the absolute moneymaker. We're just going to stop it there. Pair throw. Well, we can at least hold it. Blank card is what you use. You son of a gun. They colluded. They colluded to take me down. They took each other down, too, but... blank card is what you use to get, like, incredible consumable scores on a daily. Please stop rushing me. I literally am, like, trapped up here with you. Wow, these enemies. Ruthless. I want this to be an Algiz, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, I was going to say it's AWAS. I don't even want to pop AWAS, because we need the points for finishing this. Anyway, I'm not worried too much about our consumable score. Dagaz, there we go. Look at that. Help. Wow, we didn't get hit. Help. Again. Ooh, we did get hit, but... I don't know. I was going to say just barely. Maybe that doesn't even make sense. So we're going to be fine here. I think we do have hush opportunities. So I'm just trying to find the Gaz. Excuse me? The Gaz. There we go. Don't you have hush opportunities on a daily that goes to Mega Satan? I think so. So we'd like to swing it if possible. It's kind of it's a long daily, but so be it. Achoo! Oh my god. It's a good sign. Just give me a moment. It's a good sign, you know? You know when you start to sneeze, you're in like you're in the convalescent period. I was trying to talk that whole time. What I was going to say is it's a good sign. You know when you're starting to sneeze that you're in that convalescent period where, you know, you're starting to come out of it. And you're just going to have to believe me on that one. When I was young, you know, one night I go to sleep. I go, I think I might be getting sick. Next day, cough, sneeze, right? Now that I'm older, I feel the sickness coming from like, you know, miles away. I'm like, why is my glands are tender? I said glandas. And then I'm like, it's probably, I don't know, maybe I just breathed some bad air. And then like 5 days later, I'm like, no, that's why. Hagalas. Dude. I have to admit, I've taken way too much damage here. Very dumb. I'm embarrassed by the amount of damage I've taken on boss rush. Very simple. We probably wish to black rune, but let's start with a per throw. We'll pick it up, put it down. We got to move relatively quickly here. Is there another per throw? We'll just use the gauze. Awaz, we'll just use it. Awaz, we'll use it. Get out of jail free card. Alright. You know what? I'm not willing to do that. I would rather keep black rune and use it later. So let's try to kick it into gear here. We got 6 minutes to get to the Hush fight. Oh, we're going to make it, no problem. Our score, by the way, I would say appropriate for where we're at in the game. Maybe we would like to be a little bit lower on the damage penalty, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, you know? The great side of Maw the Void is that you generate a bunch of HP. The downside is that you lose not as much, but you lose some trying to enable it. So, I don't know. Maybe our HP is higher, but also our damage penalty is higher as a result of this item. But I think we're happy with it either way. So I do think, like, this should be a run for which it's no problem whatsoever to do Hush and Mega Satan. Especially if we can sneak in a deal with the devil. Excuse me, my friend. Just hoping. Oh, I got stuck on the corner. Just hoping for now we're moving in the right direction. And even if we rank worse than yesterday's daily, dude, let me tell you. Give me yesterday's daily 100 times out of 100. Or wait, I'm incorrect. Give me today's daily 100 times out of 100. I feel like I've low-rolled myself on like 90% of the 50-50s we've had. It's been like, yeah, there's probably like a 50-50 chance we take damage. And then I take damage. We already have the virus. So we didn't need that. Making a lot of distance up here early, but potentially, if we chose the wrong direction every single time, we could find ourselves maybe not making it. But, dude, that's, I am so happy that we have grown up, or at least, like, we live in a society, bottom text, etc., where we have, like, a navigation system. Because there's no worse feeling, and you still get it sometimes, very rarely in today's day and age. Maybe your phone's out of battery, or maybe you're like, I don't need it. Where you think you're going towards something, like maybe, you know, a restaurant. And then, like, halfway to what you think is going to be there, you're like, I don't recognize any of this. And then you have to run, like, a risk analysis in your own head, and you're like, oh, my word. You're like, do I turn back now and not trust myself? Or do I keep going, and then I might be twice as far away from my actual destination once I get to the place where I thought it was? I tend to be a turn back sort of guy, and if you want to infer things about my personality based on that, I can't really stop you. But at the first inkling of like, I don't recognize this, I am very rarely like, let's keep going. I'm like, please pull out your phone. And they're like, nah, I'd rather just wing it. This is what happened to us in New York, by the way. When we were there for Champions of Fire last year. A couple of New Yorkers, Rob amongst them. It's like a source of pride. I'm not hating on New Yorkers, by the way. You know, you got your own unique culture. There's no question about that. This one unique part of it, I think, is very dumb. But, you know, they'd be like, you don't need to use a phone to figure out where the pizza place is. It's just, you go up to Numbers Alley, you turn left on 3 Street, you end up in Alphabet City, and there it is. And then another one would go, yeah, but, you know, if there's construction on the L, then you don't want to go to Alphabet City. You'll be stuck at that one crosswalk on Jenkins Avenue for 20 minutes. And they go, yeah, you're right. That's why I dip down into the subway station, buy a fare, exit on Cerebrum Avenue, and then pop up, take exit 4, and then you're there 15 milliseconds earlier than you'd otherwise be. You know what ended up happening? We did take the best route to get to the pizza place. And I know you're like, yeah, that's right. Yeah, after we got lost about 6 times. And then I took out my phone and said, it's over here. They go, oh, sorry, I got turned around. They're not all from Brooklyn. I'm mostly just being a jerk. But I have no pride when it comes to directions whatsoever. I'm just like, dude, somebody built this tool. Why would I not use this tool to make it easier for me to figure out where I'm going? Please, my damage penalty, it's very sick. I'm going to take that because it's damage. Oh, please try not to get hit at least. Yo, my double chance still existed. We didn't get it, but it still existed. Okay. Okay. Still fine, by the way. Just a long run. I will just blow you up, and I think we would just do this. We may end up... Sorry, I got... oh, easy. We may end up using Black Rune there. We'll see. I think we want to use Black Rune here because we get double the effect out of it. I'm fine with the luck, by the way. So, Sax giving me batteries, please. No such luck. Well... You know what I'm gonna do? And it's a little bit suspect. We got a damage upgrade there. And we're gonna use Magician. I know we could blank card it, but I think I would rather just use the Magician. Because we have Hive Minds, we're very well equipped here. Like, our flies are gonna just destroy. That's right, we get homing Maw of the Void as well. I've lived in Vancouver for like... It's like 6 years now, just over 6 years. I know this city really well. Sometimes I drive around. Like, if I'm driving to the airport, no navigation. If I'm driving Kate to rehearsal, no navigation. You know, like stuff that I'm aware of where it is. But if it's like a new place, I never test myself. Here's my assumption, okay? If a solar flare wipes out all GPS on the, you know, the entire planet, I got bigger problems. I'll go to a gas station and buy a map at that point. But for now, I'm like, saves you so much time. And I got a knowledge of the city. We're driving downtown all the time. We've lived in like 4 different neighborhoods. Like, I know where I'm going. But still, there's like a point. Anytime I drive to a new destination, I have like a little realization where I'm like, oh. That's where this is. And I go, oh, that's the pho place right over there. And then Kate goes, what's pho? And I go, it's pho eaten. And then she does not laugh because the joke is not funny. Well, we have one advantage over the average populace on today's run. And this is very non-braggadocious. The advantage is that, again, I've got an audience. So people are watching me, which means I don't have the... I mean, you could call it luxury, but what's happening? I mean to say that I have accountability. So as people are watching me, they're going to be like, do Hush, get the points. Do Mega Satan, get the points. I think if you're, you know, The average home player, if you're not score attacking, you're probably like, I'm not going to fight Hush. It's not that fun. Sorry. If you're watching this, Nicholas, I don't mean that to be insulting. Just saying, I fought this dude enough. If I never saw him again, it'd be too soon. Please don't bring my damage penalty to my attention. I already know that I'm bad. I'm very sick right now. Cough, cough. We did get the point bonus, no matter what. And this is, you have to remember, you are going to fight Mega Satan on this run. So you might be saying, why not do Delirium? If I remember correctly, there's almost like a heuristic that you use. And the heuristic is, never fight Delirium. You could go down to the Void, but you should never fight Delirium. Unless you're going to, like, 2-tap him with Chaos cards or something. So if I remember correctly, it tends to be the case where the point bonus you get, it overrides an existing point bonus, if I remember correctly. So there's the first negative. Sorry, we definitely want this. Sorry, did I not use Onsus? There we go. And then on top of that, you're going to take damage over the course of it anyway. So you'd rather get the Mega Satan fight, I think. Hey, gotcha. Oh, and then I walked right into it like a big old dummy. Please, we have 5 luck. We have so earned getting more demon hearts. Sorry, what I meant to say is I built my own Coriat tracker so I could play Jeopardy at home and feel like I was on the real show. You know, if you got the nerd voice, you might as well take advantage of it, right? No, I didn't use Windows presentation forms, Dad. I used WinForms because that's what they taught in my antiquated class, okay? I know it's got a sleek and scalable modern design format for the modern day device. I would rather have it look like it came out in 1999. Well, there's no question. There's 2 things that there's no question about here. One is, and this is a great time to get left hand, even though we should probably drop it after the first room of the next floor. It's a great time to get left hand because Maggie's Faith can't do anything else for us. There's 2 things I want to... Yeah, why not? There's 2 things I want to say. One of them is we're going to win, probably. We did just take a couple of items that are going to make that slightly dicier, but we're probably going to win. And our score is probably going to be pretty decent, but our damage penalty is way higher than it should be for... I don't want to say for a player of my caliber, but, like, you know what I mean? We got to hit more than somebody who's played this game as much as I have should get hit. So we're going to hold Degas instead of Onsus. Just to... I mean, this 100% ensures the victory without a doubt. Oop. Oop. The only other thing... We already have the mulligan. But if I could become the Gupster, which is... Oop. Fairly plausible... I would love it. However, I am very, very unwilling to take the left hand further. Just because we're pretty much guaranteed to get more items. Thanks to our 5 luck stat. Sure, why not? Okay, so I will check real quick. I would describe today's run, don't take this out of context, as fun but sloppy. That's pretty much where I think we end up here. The run had a lot of good stuff going on. We maybe are going to be lower than we'd like to be on the curve just because of the damage penalty, but still, like, relatively happy. Just because it was a fun one, at least. And I mean, like, the amount of time it's taken us to get here, and you consider that we've done both Boss Rush and the Hush, is less than it took us to get to the Depths 2 on our last run. Or at least it's, like, very, very close. So let's drop the left hand just to be safe. And we'll head downwards here. So we are going to explore the whole floor. Okay, Luck down. Power pill. As soon as we get a charge, we're going to be able to purge this curse. So I hope we get an Onsus as well, just so we can see where we're going. Get kind of an idea of where we're at. Another range down. Very nice. Very nice indeed. I would really like to preclude you from dropping any more range downgrade pharmaceutical devices, please. Polyphemus, thank you. Like, unbelievably good, especially when you consider our flies. And then immediately squander whatever advantage we were building there. Very smart. At this point, if I'd played better on the run, I would be like not taking items. And I'm not going to take that one just because it's useless, but I'm not going to worry too much about min-maxing the damage penalty. Or the anything penalty, to be fair. On a run where, you know, we've been hit like at least 50 times, probably. We're up there at the very least, so we'll get the guys going again. Mega Sage should be very easy. Still holding out the slightest bit of hope for like some kind of red chest deal with the Devil Guppy Dream. Or really, apparently any item at all would be appropriate. Oh, thanks for the spiders nonetheless. I think we'll finish around like maybe 45,000 a day. You can definitely get 50,000. We should actually take Yera at this point. We can just pop the gauze, and we're probably fine on HP. If we're not, we got bigger problems. And then we can use Yera to double things that would give us points. But you could definitely get over 50,000 on a run that goes to Mega Satan. It actually, like, I'm not going to say it shouldn't be a problem, but it's so within the realm of possibility that I'm looking at our score right now and I'm like embarrassed for myself. Hopefully, it's Sunday, people are feeling a little sluggish, you know, maybe they stayed out too late last night watching the WBC Heavyweight Boxing Championship, I don't know. Making the same sorts of mistakes that I'm making, I hope. Batteries? No batteries. Hagalaz. So I'm just going to be a little silly here and might as well grab these. Leprosy. I think, oh, dude, that's really good. When did we get rid of our, oh, we got rid of the left hand, that's right. Normally, it's like a pretty big mistake if you don't have a trinket by this point, or like, it's surprising luck at the very least if you don't have a trinket by this point. But we have had trinkets. We also had Maggie's Faith. That's one of the reasons our HP was so good. Oh! Blank card Fool. At this point, I'm like, maybe, dude, maybe it saves us the time bonus to get back to the Mega Satan room. Booger Tier is also good. Rest assured, by the way, your boy, which is me, is extremely excited to finish this run and blow my nose. Oh, I can already feel the incredible mucus relieving. I mean, I'm not trying to be gross. If you get grossed out by the term mucus, I'm sorry to tell you, okay? Get over it. You can't live your life being afraid of a gross word like mucus. Moist, maybe, I'll allow. But mucus, that's just a medical thing. You think your doctor's like, oh, gross, I have to say the word mucus today. Probably not. They're like, oh, gross, I need to do a, you know, prostate exam. They're probably not even like that. They're probably just like, 2 prostate exams today. Easy day. I don't have to tell anybody they have a disease. I don't know. It's getting too real now. Unless, I guess, on the prostate exam if you found something. But anyway, I should really just realize I don't need the jokes to be accurate. Just stop before you hit that real world level. Well, thank you. Actually, it was a decent chunk of points, weirdly enough. It's just a good feeling. Like, I woke up this morning and my nose was totally blocked. I blew my nose and I was like, I feel great. It's like the greatest it's like waking up with a weight on your chest and then just like rolling to the side and you're like, wait, it turns out I'm fine. I'm fine. You will not defeat me. Don't make me go down a void. I'm calling it here no matter what. You didn't. Okay, thank you. Broken modem. Okay, a new item. We're ranked 72nd. I can live with it. It's not amazing, but life goes on. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. That was a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. See ya!